In the last couple of verses, Krishna has placed the chariot right in the middle of both the armies, and he's asking Arjuna to see, just behold, Partha, who are those people who have gathered in this battlefield to fight this war. So then in this particular verse, verse 26 of the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Srila Prabhupada, the verse goes like this: Tatra pashyat stithan partha pitran ataf pitamahan acharyan matulan bhratran putran pautran sakhim statha shvashuran suhrudaschaiva senayor ubhayor api. Now, what does this verse mean? He's saying that tatra pashyat, he's seeing. Who is seeing? Partha. Partha is Arjuna. We've seen the meaning of why Arjuna is called Partha in one of the previous verses. So what is he seeing? Senayor ubhayor api, the two armies. He's standing in between, and he's seeing all of these people in the two armies, especially on the Kauravas side. Who are the different people he's seeing? He's seeing people like his own father-like figures, right? Pitran. Ataf pitamahan. Pitamaha is grandfather. And Acharyan, teachers, he is seeing. Matulan means maternal uncles, he is seeing. Sakhim, friends who are contemporaries, like Ashwathama and Jayadratha, he's seeing all of them. Bhratran, he's seeing people like his own brothers, cousin brothers that he's seeing. And Shvashuran, like his father-in-law, and well-wishers. These are the different kind of people that he's seeing who are standing against him to fight in this battlefield. So to look into the details of examples of each one of these, so the first we're looking at Pitra. Pitra means father. So who are the father-like figures who are there? So there is Bhurishrava, who is a contemporary of his father. So Bhurishrava was present even at the time when the Pandavas were there for Draupadi Swayamvara. So at the time of Swayamvara also, he has seen how skillful Arjuna was to actually take away Draupadi. Now, so then Bhurishrava is a little concerned. He even informs Duryodhana and the Kauravas that it is not a good idea to unnecessarily fight. It is best to just give them what they want. But Duryodhana is not accepting of what Bhurishrava's got to say. So they're going ahead and they are joining Duryodhana's party to fight the war. So in the war, Bhurishrava kills the 10 sons of Satyaki, and hence finally Arjuna cuts off the hands of Bhurishrava and Satyaki kills Bhurishrava. So there are father-like figures who are standing against him, and he knows that, a lot of people are going to give lives for this battle, in this battle. So he's not very happy looking at this particular situation. Next, Pitamaha. Pitran, Atha, Pitamaha. Atha means also or and. Pitamaha is Pitamaha, grandfather. So, Bhishma Deva, Somadatta, these are some of the grandfather-like figures who are standing there in front of him. So, who is Bhishma? Bhishma is Shantanu and Ganga's son, and he was called Devavrata before, when he was born to Ganga. And after a while, when he took a very strong vow, we have actually heard the story ahead. I'm just giving a quick glimpse of it. When he took a vow where he is going to remain a brahmachari all his life to facilitate his father marrying Satyavati, because of that great vow, he was named as Bhishma, one with a great vow. So that was Bhishma Deva. So Bhishma was standing against him, and he was very affectionate towards the Pandavas. If you remember, we were looking at some of these verses where Duryodhana is a little worried Duryodhana is a little worried as to how Dronacharya and Bhishma, are they going to fight against the Pandavas really from the depth of their hearts, because he knows that they have a lot of affection for the Pandavas. So Duryodhana was always worried how this would work out for him. So then Bhishma was very, very affectionate towards Pandavas. So same, it was reciprocative relationship. So Arjuna was also very attached to Bhishma. So in this case, Bhishma Deva standing against him, and also Somadatta. Somadatta is Bhurishrava's father. We just looked at Bhurishrava, the father-like figures. So Somadatta is the father of Bhurishrava. So if Somadatta was a contemporary of Arjuna's father, then Somadatta is father's father. So he's also like the grandfather kind. He's also standing there to fight. So he's looking at these old and wise men. It's not just about age always. It's also about wisdom. Right? So he's thinking these are kind people. These are old and wise people. Why am I going to fight against these people to rid them of this earth? And then next, Acharyan. Very important. Teachers. Both his teachers, Kripacharya and Dronacharya, were standing against him in this war. So Kripacharya was always teaching them martial arts, archery, so many other things. And after Kripacharya, it was Dronacharya who taught them their military arts. So Kripacharya, to understand a little more about who Kripacharya is, Kripacharya was born to a sage called Sharadwan. And Kripacharya had a twin sister who's called Kripi. And this Kripi married Dronacharya. So basically there's a connection between Dronacharya and Kripacharya. Drona and Kripa are brother-in-laws, basically. So Dronacharya's married Kripacharya's sister. So as soon as they were born, Shantanu heard the children crying, and he walked in that direction, and then he saw that these two children were left alone. So he picked them, and that's the time when Bhishma Deva, as Devavrata, was taken away by Ganga. Ganga Devi told Shantanu that I'm going to take him. I will teach him all the arts, fine arts, military arts, whatever he needs to learn to become that perfect Kshatriya. I will have a good guru. So Ganga Devi had told Shantanu that she is going to take Bhishma Deva to teach all the arts that is required for him, the military arts, so that he can become a perfect Kshatriya. So Shantanu was really missing his son. So at that time when he saw these two children, he was really motivated to take them home. So he was growing them. And then Rishi Sharadwan, when he knew that this was his children, he came to Hastinapur and he taught them everything that he knew. He was an extremely intelligent person. So was his children. So he taught them everything about rituals, yagya, everything that has to know about yagyas, and also martial arts. So he taught them all of this. So literally in Hastinapur, whenever they had to perform any rituals, it was Kripa and Kripi who were conducting these rituals. And when it comes to Dronacharya is a son of Bharadvaja Muni who married Kripi, and his son was Ashwathama. So Dronacharya again was teaching both the Kauravas and the Pandavas, and his son Ashwathama also was of the same age as the Kauravas and the Pandavas. So he was teaching all of them under the same roof. So Drona as such, although Ashwathama was his own son, Drona had special affection towards Arjuna. And this is also the reason why Arjuna was very attached, and he's thinking, these are my teachers whom I have learnt military arts from, and today I'm standing against them to fight this war, and they have to die. Right? Or, he's not, of course he understands that war could go anyway, that he could die or they could die. But out of compassion, he is not worried about his death. He is more worried about who are the people, if they get killed, who are the people that are going to get killed in this particular battle. So that is Acharyan. Then it is Matulan. Matulan means maternal uncles. So, maternal uncles like Shalya, Shakuni. Shalya was the brother of Madri. Madri is the mother of Nakula and Sahadeva. Right? So, it was literally like the Pandavas' mother. So, Arjuna was thinking, oh, he's my maternal uncle, King Shalya. So, why would I fight against him? Shakuni, again, Gandhari's brother. So, again, like his own uncle from the mother's side. So, he's feeling a little sad about how will I be fighting against my maternal uncles. Matulan, Bhratran. Bhratran is brothers. So, he is looking at Duryodhana, who is born to Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. So then he understands that this Duryodhana never did anything good for him. It is not just Duryodhana, but all the 100 Kauravas were standing against him. And he knew very clearly that these guys never thought good for him and never did good for him. They were always thinking of killing them, finishing them, chasing them away from the kingdom, making them beg. This was their intention. Still, Arjuna has a soft corner, thinking that he is my brother and I have to do good for him. So we will finish the first part of this particular shloka here, and we will have the second part with more stories coming up. So the shloka again, Tatra pashyat stithan partha, pitran ataf pitamahan, acharyan, matulan, bhratran, putran, pautran, sakhim statha, shvashuran, suhridaschaiva, senayor, ubhayor api. Hare Krishna.